Fan-made mods are the only thing keeping a lot of these games up and running to this day, like Angry Birds Go and Angry Birds Epic. But there is some consequences to this that you may not see now, but evidently come up later with time. So stick around so I can explain to you why I think fan mods don't last forever. But first, let's talk about what drives fans to make mod packs for these games. I've seen a lot of these mod packs, especially today, like Angry Birds Go Nitro and Angry Birds Recharged and Angry Birds Epic All-Stars. These are just some examples that come to mind when I think of fan mod packs. A lot of these are created by individuals or small groups of people for the passion for the game. They're doing labor of love, to be exact. Technically, there is no benefit for them to do it, but they want to do it because they love the game and want to keep the community around them alive, which is brilliant. I love to see it. I even still to this day play Angry Birds Epic All-Stars because I actually really enjoy it. It adds a lot of unique features and it's really good, and it's not like Rovio's keeping up with it. Take Angry Birds Go and Angry Birds Epic, for example. These games are known for their engaging gameplay and their very unique mechanics for each of these games, being an RPG game and also a kart racing game. These have inspired tons of fans out there to create their own mod packs and add new levels, add some features back, change features, and just add new things that we haven't seen. However, passion alone can only sustain a project for so long. Even the most dedicated fans can face hurdles that make it challenging to keep their mods going, and just simple burnout can just make the owners and the developers behind a lot of these mod packs just not want to do it anymore. There's no standard to any developer out there. I know a lot of them are doing amazing, and there's a lot of really good ones out there too that is killing it currently, and I love seeing their updates and their developer videos on it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. This will not apply to a lot of developers and fans out there, but the financial challenge behind a lot of these mods can be kind of expensive and very time consuming. Creating a high quality mod or any additional thing to any game requires access to a lot of tools and resources. I'm not a mod developer, so this could also be off, but I assume that you need to get software to do it. You need web hosting and all this other things that I don't know too much about to talk about. But for a lot of fan modders, it isn't their full-time job. It's a hobby. They have day jobs, school, sports, anything else in their life that they do. They do it out of passion, like I said before. It is taking up time. A lot of people, there's two types of benefits, let's say, that run a lot of these developers' mindset. Different kinds of motivation that comes from this type of work, being intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. And these are different goals and different things that motivate you to do anything you do in life. Let me explain this to you a bit better. For example, intrinsic motivation could be a number of stuff. So number one, it could be enjoyment. You enjoy making the project, you enjoy people having it, having a lot of fun with it. You can also see growth as another intrinsic motivation factor that makes you want to do it. Like maybe in the future you want to do a computer science job and you want to do game design, you already know a little bit about the environment that you're going into. Equally important, there's also extrinsic motivation, which comes from external forces on you. So let's say if your parents say if you do your chores you're going to get money, that's a money factor that will make you motivated to do it. Prizes, winnings, promotions, pay raises, anything like that you can consider as external motivation, like awards of sports, trying to do better, MVPs, anything like that is extrinsic, and these are equally important for any functional system. The issue with both of these is that if you're relying on just one, that's very easy for the whole thing to collapse. So if you're just relying on intrinsic motivation, which this clearly is, it's going to burn out eventually. Your enjoyment, the growth, anything that you had before, eventually, maybe it could be years, could be decades, could be months. You don't know when this could end. It will eventually burn out. Not for everyone, this doesn't apply to everyone, but a lot of the times it does burn out and you don't have anything else to fall back on. So you just burn out and then you take a big break from it. And a lot of the time it's very hard to get back into the swing of things. Say that you want to get an extrinsic motivation factor to this, like money. There's a lot of legal hurdles that you have to go through if you're making fan mods, especially if you're trying to monetize it. So if you're trying to monetize anything to do with intellectual property, it's going to be a lot of trouble, especially if it's not yours. And a lot of the time you downright flat, you can't monetize anything that you don't own. Angry Birds Go and Angry Birds Epic are protected by intellectual property laws, which I'm no lawyer, but that's way out of my understanding, but it's not good. I know there's a lot of suing that can happen. There's a lot of court cases. A lot of things can happen if you go down that route, if you're trying to monetize somebody else's property without their consent, especially. So a lot of modders normally end up giving it away for free. Like Minecraft, you see there's a lot of mods out there and they're always free unless they're working directly with Mojang, but that's besides the point. Combination of financial and legal challenges and burnout, all these things, it has a limited lifespan for fan projects, and it can be broken down into three major categories: financial constrictions, which just retain you to a wall that you can't do. You can't get the quality that you want, can't get the vision that the developers want for you. The legal pressure: if the developers really don't want you doing it, they're not going to allow you to do it. Especially organizations such as Rovio, they have the money to funnel a lot of lawyers to get you. So, and a lot of people just can't do that. They're living at their house, they're making this out of free time. They don't have the money, millions of dollars, to be protecting themselves from this. I'm just simple burnout. Everybody needs a break once in a while. And a lot of these passion projects, you go heavy at the start and you slowly get lighter and lighter and lighter until you eventually stop. That's a lot of hobbies and stuff around these days. You probably have experienced this yourself. Not all hope is lost there. It's not all negatives. Imagine that this is an ecosystem. The community and developers play a very crucial role in the ecosystem. Some developers actively support and even collaborate with other modders, which bring us amazing things, which I can see happen in the future of this Angry Birds modding revolution, let's say, golden era. But in the case of Angry Birds, for example, while Rovio might not officially support mods, they have historically shown appreciation for the fan engagement from the games that they've removed that are updated by the mods, if you understand what I'm saying. And if Rovio is showing a lot of these mod creators support, it's not exactly financial support, but it's protection for the modders, that they're not going to come after them and they can do what they want to do, which we haven't really heard anything bad coming from this modding from Rovio, especially Sega, the parent company, tied to that. But community support is very vital for a lot of these people, and engaged fans can also spread the word of the mod, which further expands it into its own organization, kind of business or whatever. I'm no business person, but it's really good word of mouth just spreading around the mods. And if the mod developers see that the mod is growing and they love the way the fans are perceiving the mod, they're going to keep doing it. This is an external benefit. They're seeing other people enjoy it. Positive feedback motivates you a lot. If your mom or your dad tells you negative stuff, you're going to be upset, right? So if they tell you a lot, if you're hearing a lot of good things from a lot of other people, you're going to be really motivated to do that. I know some of you might be asking, where do I think that the future of fan modding going? But with a lot of the advancements in technology nowadays, and the fan modding scene just evolving every time I look back at it, it's bringing a lot more opportunities to other fan creators to collaborate and just grow as a team. And it's very good for the future. I think I'm going to see some of the craziest mod packs coming in the next year, 2 years. I can see it becoming its own subgenre of Angry Birds content, especially since Rovio just completely killed out all of the older games in the whole franchise. 90% of it, I'm pretty sure. It's really wild. I don't see any financial or legal matters ever coming into a reason why a mod pack will have to stop at all if it's necessary. But I can just see this growing into a big part of everyday Angry Birds fandom life. But maybe I can be proven wrong about a lot of these reasonings, and maybe you think there's some other reasons I left out. Maybe there's some that you'd remove and break down. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts down below, but make sure you explain it, and I'd love to hear your critiques. And developers out there, if you're listening, prove me wrong, and I love what you're doing. Keep it up, especially a lot of the creators on some of the mod packs I named before: Nitro, Recharge, and All Stars. You're killing it. So keep it up. I'll be sticking around to see yours too.